Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and welcome back to another episode of KEM Strike Saturday. KEM Strike Saturday, if this is perhaps your first time ever watching the series, is a weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes. I do best to talk about them, break them down, show them off, and of course at the end of the video, I will go ahead and link the person's channel at the end of the video as well as in the video description, so you guys can go check out the person that sent in the awesome KEM Strike that's featured that week. There you go. That's how the series works. I don't know why I go through the time of explaining it every week, but I do. This one was pretty good. It was sent in by a guy named Cando. Alright, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. C-A-N-D-O, Cando is how I'm going to pronounce it. And this is just... words do not really describe this one very well. It is using the Ripper, the new assault rifle slash submachine gun weapon, the Ripper in Call of Duty Ghost. It's gold. We're on the map Freefall, and he gets about 2 KEM strikes in a matter of about 5 minutes. It's just freaking absurd. It doesn't even make any sense. This first one, like the entire KEM strike, is while defending the B flag, and I feel as though I should take this time to mention, for some of you guys that may be unaware, I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of this, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it anyway, that Freefall originally was like a pre-order bonus map or something along those lines, right? You had to do something to be able to get the map. Not everybody had the map Freefall, but in a recent update, they actually made it so this map actually is free to anybody. Anyone can have Freefall, anyone can download it. It's now in like the map rotations and such, I believe, so... you know, it's there. You guys can play it. Me personally, not the biggest fan of Freefall, but, you know, I do KEM Strike Saturday every week, and everyone sends in these KEM Strikes, and I look them over, and I watch them all and all this, and it's like, holy crap. There are a lot of Freefall KEM Strikes being sent my way now. Like, honestly, probably 10 of them this week that were sent to me were actually on the map Freefall. There's tons of them. Tons upon tons. So maybe people are liking this map. Maybe it just takes a little bit of getting used to, and once you get used to it, and he gets a KEM Strike already, right there. KEM Strike already. That should be a new podcast. The Painkiller already. We can do KEM Strike already. No, but something like that. But it's a good KEM Strike. I hope you guys all enjoy. I like this KEM Strike a lot. But like I said many times when I'm posting these KEM Strike videos to my channel, if the map is this map, if the map is Freefall, I don't know what's happening. You know, I'm not very good at the map Freefall. I've played it literally under a handful of times. I haven't played it even 5 times my time in Call of Duty Ghosts because I just don't care for the map itself. So whenever this map shows up in KEM Strike Saturday, instead of like talking about the KEM Strike and breaking it down, we kind of just talk about other things. And I think this is a perfect time to start hyping it up. We better start talking about it here on KEM Strike Saturday. The fact that the new DLC is going to be coming out relatively quickly here. The new Devastation DLC, I believe, comes out on April 3rd, somewhere in there. April 3rd, April 4th, somewhere in there. Relatively close, less than 2 weeks. And that is going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty good that we're finally going to be able to get all of these new things. One of the new things we're going to be getting is this gun. The gun that we're watching in this video, this KEM Strike, this double KEM Strike, and it's gold, and it's fantastic looking, the Ripper submachine gun slash assault rifle. Now, this thing is not like the Peacekeeper or like the MTAR-X, where it's kind of like a submachine gun that's a hybrid. It's like a submachine gun with maybe a lower fire rate and just, you know, higher damage downrange. It's not like that at all. It's quite literally a submachine gun or an assault rifle, depending on what sights you're using. Like, if you have it right like it is right now in the iron sight mode, it's a submachine gun. But if you pull up the red dot thingy, then that thing makes it an assault rifle. It's weird. Never seen anything like it in Call of Duty, and I think a lot of people are going to be excited to be able to use that, myself included. I'm not a season pass holder, so I don't have this gun either. You know, so it's gonna be fun to play with this gun. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we're gonna get 4 new maps with the new DLC. One of them's gonna be a remake, so I don't know if you can call it new, but it's a remake of the Modern Warfare 3 map Dome, which is gonna be pretty cool. I think they're just gonna kind of reimagine it, if you will, and turn the map itself into like an archaeological site where there's going to be like a tie-in with the Extinction playlist, and there's just going to be aliens and wonder weapons that you apparently have to do Easter eggs for, and of course all the other maps, like the new maps, will have like their own custom field orders, which is just going to be pretty cool. Like every single map has its own custom field order. I made a video talking about that, and that video did pretty well as well. I just basically like, look, alright, so on this map, you get to call in a volcano that will erupt and like drop lava on people. On this map, you get to fly around in a warthog. On this map, you get to hang out the side of a helicopter with a minigun. And it's like, I like that Call of Duty is doing this. They're kind of taking these field orders and making them unique to different maps. And it all kind of started, well, in my mind, it started with the fog with Michael Myers, but before that, you know, we had the mortar strike, and that was on the map Warhawk. And so there's definitely other things, and these field orders are definitely a cool thing that they're doing in Call of Duty. One has to wonder if they are the future of Call of Duty, because of course Call of Duty Ghosts is the first time that field orders have been implemented. Will Sledgehammer Games follow suit with the next Call of Duty that's coming out in 2014? Well, Treyarch follows suit with the next Call of Duty that's coming out in 2015. How's this going to work? Is this the future of Call of Duty, or is this the future of Infinity Ward games? One has to wonder. One has to wonder. So we end up having our KEM Strikes here. We end up getting one, and we're actually looking towards our second one, and we're actually getting relatively close, and there it is. There is the second KEM Strike, ladies and gentlemen. Cando is ridiculous. And Cando, I like your name because it reminds me of the word canto. Cando and canto. See, he spells it C-A-N-D-O. I'm spelling it K-A-N-T-O, Kanto, like the Kanto region in Pokemon. That's where Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow were at. I like those games. But he called in the first KEM Strike, and now he's going to be calling in the second one. And, man, double KEM Strike on the map Freefall, using the new Ripper weapon that's not even officially out yet. And he's using it with gold camouflage, of course, but he's gotten all the challenges and done all the things possible with the weapon. That is just a fantastic overall gameplay. And I thank you for sending it in. I thank you for sending in a final score of 84-10, which is just an absurd number, just an absurd final score, especially when you consider in the fact that he's not using any lethals. His kill streaks throughout the game were Ballistic Vest, Night Owl, and Oracle. There's no lethal kill streak in there. None of those kill streaks will get you kills. Unless maybe you walked up on somebody who had 1% health, maybe you threw the Ballistic Vest and hit him in the back of the head or something like that. Would that even kill? Can you kill somebody with a Ballistic Vest? I don't think you can, but yeah, no lethal kill streaks. Goes out there, gets freaking almost 100 kills. Double KEM Strike, fantastic overall gameplay. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of KEM Strike Saturday. If you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys like to go ahead and send in your guys' KEM Strikes for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, everything you guys need to see is on your screen right now. Just follow the rules right here. There you go. Send it in, and we'll see about uploading your KEM Strike. If you guys like to go ahead and check out Cando, or perhaps Cando, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I think Cando sounds better. If his name's Cando, it should be Cando, and if his name is Cando, well, good job. That's a good name. But if you guys like to go over there and check out his channel, which, of course, you guys can click right there. There's a link on the screen that you can either type in or click, or you can click in the video description to go check out his channel. Has over 1,000 subscribers, posts tons of great gameplay, and is a member of Team KARNAGE. So Team KARNAGE is a pretty good clan of people that are just beast-ass at Call of Duty Ghosts. So if you guys like to go ahead and check him out, of course, you guys can click the screen or click the link in the description. Go right to his channel. Check out some stuff. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.